Hey, this is Tracy Lewis with Stuff and Things, and I have a Fix It Friday. This particular card, it just was doomed, and I was determined not to just throw it away. So first off, as I was making it, I dropped the Mossy Meadow ink face down in this corner. So I'm pretty proud of my fix. You guys let me know if you can detect there's something wrong. The only thing I did wrong with the fix when I first attempted to fix it is I would not have wanted Mossy Meadow in these two corners. I already had everything on the bottom, so I couldn't easily add some distressing, some sponging on all four corners. So I opted to try to cover up the ink with the light sponging you see. That did not work. So I would love to have not done that, but oh well. So then I thought, all right, I'm going to run through a piece of white. I had a couple of scraps. I think I even took this center white piece. No, I did not. I took a smooth piece. I could not get this. My goal was to line up the Timber 3D wood grain. And I tried this scrap piece in the middle, and I just couldn't make it work. So I took another piece of scrap, ran it through. I lined up where on the 6x6 embossing folder this area would have been. And then I glued it on, and it covered the mistake perfectly. But then, of course, I had a cut line. So you can see that here is the cut line. And my fix for hiding that visual defect was to add a little bit of the double linen trim with a tiny bow. It is to go to my cousin Nick, and so I didn't want it to not be a masculine card, so I think the small bow works. You guys let me know. And then here's the second thing that went wrong. I was stamping the trees. And yes, if you see that tree is crooked, that is on the stamp itself. I was like, is that really that crooked? And it really is. So I was stamping the inside of the card, and I somehow goobered over here. It's like I had the acrylic block, and a little corner of the acrylic block ended up over here. So my fix to that was to add stamping on the typically non-stamped portion of the card. So there's my two quick fix-its for the Fix It Friday episode. Let me know what you think of this lovely Grassy Grove card. I will also say that I did the green hill first. I then stamped the deer, and that deer has been colored with blends, I don't know, 5 or 6 times. And I can still, you know, you can see the deer is dark to light. That dark to light is actually the green showing through. So then I took a Stampin' Write marker in, I think it was a crumb cake that this deer originally was. And I did a little bit of doubling up of the ink on the ears. I can see a dark line on the outside of both ears, his cheek, and a little bit on his face, trying to darken up the head neck area just a touch so that it didn't have such big contrast. So I guess that was kind of a third mistake that I needed to fix, was trying to mask the green hill that I did first. And then I do like that I did this little sponging. What you can't see is when I put the trees on, it hides the fact that these kind of are hills, and then above these sort of foggy green hills I have blue showing through the little bits of the die cut tree tops. So I love the card. I think it's perfect for Nick. I love the rustic dots. And the sending happy birthday wishes is from the Wildlife Wonder, the Wildlife with the bear, the owl, and the wolf. I thought that it was a nice masculine looking sentiment. So that's all I got. Do all the YouTube things, like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments below on the fix-its if you have any fantastic ideas for fixing dropped ink spots. Now, luckily, it wasn't a full pad. It was a spot, but it still took up the whole corner. So regardless, it was still a disaster, and I was like, no. Anyhow, and as always, thanks for watching.